please welcome up Benny.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for introducing me, Liz. Like Liz said, my name is Benny, and I use he, him pronouns. First, I want to thank Mount Baker Planned Parenthood and Indivisible Bellingham for organizing this rally, and for everyone who's showing up here today for helping make our position known to the Supreme Court that we do not consent to the removal of our bodily autonomy. If I seem a little worked up, it's because I am, and I know everyone else here is too, and I'm really thankful for the space here to honor that. The Supreme Court decision to overturn Roe v. Wade is a pillar of the anti-choice movement, which is not only criminalizing abortions, but also our rights to love who we love and be who we are, even if that doesn't align with the gender we were assigned at birth. As a trans man with a uterus, my abortion was a necessary and life-saving form of health care, and it would have been a death sentence for me if I wasn't able to get it. I don't speak for all trans people, and I don't speak for everyone with a uterus, but I would not be here if I haven't had the ability and the freedom to make decisions that determine the course of my life and the health of my body. Yeah. My reproductive health care, my hormone replacement therapy, and my gender affirmation surgeries are all necessary forms of health care that are critical to my life. Thank you. And it would be a death sentence for me if I didn't have access to those things, and for many people across the country, that is the reality that they're facing as a result of today and the anti-choice movement. And as Washington residents, we're privileged to live somewhere with state legislation that protects our rights to those things for now. But I think everyone here today can see that complacency is not an option until everyone across the country has universal access to health care and freedom for their bodily autonomy always. We know that the reality is that no matter where you live in America, if you're wealthy enough, you will always have access to necessary forms of health care. We know that this ruling will harm people with low incomes the most. And we know that this ruling will harm Black people the most, and Latino people the most, and Indigenous people the most. And we know that they know that. And we know that the people in power that know that are counting on our complacency. But we will continue to fight and put the pressure on until everyone has free abortion access anytime, anywhere. Yeah. Free medical transition access anytime, anywhere. Free bodily autonomy in all forms, anytime, anywhere, always. We must fight their carefully calculated efforts with our own carefully calculated efforts to demand all these things. Angela Davis tells us that we have to be critical of the way things are in order to affirm our humanity, and that we can do that by making calculated and intentional efforts to take care of ourselves and each other every day, so that every day we have the energy to stay critical and keep putting the pressure on them until we all have access to free bodily autonomy in all forms for good. I'm going to give it back over to Liz. I'm sorry I made it a little shorter. I hope you're able to put it back, but thank you, and I hope everyone has a very gay weekend.